Welcome. Thank you for being here. At this time, I ask you all to please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remove any headgear if you have that on.
Mark time. March. Post. Color guard. Hold. Present. Arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Post. Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Post. Post. Forward. March.
Ooh, that was exciting. All right, thank you to the West Charlotte JROTC Color Guard. Can we clap for them? Because that was great. You can be seated. Thank you so much. Welcome again. Good evening. Welcome to the National Board Certification Celebration for 2023. Y'all, you did it. Congratulations. Whether this is your first go-around and you are a newly certified National Board teacher, or if this is your third go-around and you are renewing tonight, congratulations. I know each of you have your individual stories of perseverance and triumph that led you here tonight. My name is Kelly Lyons. I'm the Director of Personalized Professional Learning with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools. With me on stage tonight are a number of guest speakers who are here to support you in congratulating this major accomplishment. Our first guest speaker for the evening is Chairperson of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools Board of Education, Miss Elise Dashew. Miss Dashew, oh, yeah, we'll clap. Sorry, I messed up. Ms. Dashew is a longtime supporter of National Board Certification. We are honored to hear her remarks this evening. Welcome, Ms. Dashew.
Well, hello, everybody. It is such an honor to be here in the room, in person, with so many talented, dedicated teachers. It's an honor for me. It's an honor for my fellow school board members who are here today, including Lenora Shipp, who is a West Charlotte alum, if you would stand. And Jennifer De La Hara. And all of our other school board members who could not be here today are just so proud of you and grateful for you. So just really need to congratulate you on your accomplishments. Whether you're newly certified or a veteran who is renewing certification, we just couldn't be more proud of you. There are a lot of numbers that tell part of the story, and usually when I give this address, I give out all the facts and the figures, but today I'm just going to tell your stories instead, because this is not about the numbers, this is about you. So we are proud of you, we are grateful. You are the greatest single factor in how much a student learns. You are the front lines of education. You are where the relationship with students is formed. And I guess another way to say that is the classroom is where the magic happens, where theory yields to practice, where teachers and students connect. And as National Board Certified teachers, you are those classroom magicians. Certification and renewal don't happen quickly or easily, and you did not choose the path of least resistance. You opted to go above and beyond so that you could bring more expertise and more skill and more impact to your work. And that work is so important. We are so indebted to you as a board and as a community. So just thank you so much for doing it, for caring about it, and for investing yourself, pouring all that you have into it, because I know that's what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you also again to the board members for being present and those who are not here for their continued support of the National Board Program. We would love now to extend a warm welcome to our interim superintendent, Dr. Crystal Hill. Dr. Hill, welcome to your first National Board Celebration. We're so excited to have you here.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I am so excited to be here. Had the opportunity to be at Winding Springs Elementary this morning, and just the best part of my day, just the opportunity to interact with students and teachers. So thank you so much for all of the work that you do. In Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, we strive to create an innovative, inclusive, student-centered environment that supports the development of independent learners. Today, we have the privilege of honoring you all, our teachers, who have gone through one of the most rigorous processes, not just in education, but in all professions. As a former principal, I've had the privilege of working with many NBCT teachers and supporting them throughout the process of certification and recertification. This process is not only voluminous in scope, but it requires the candidate to think critically about every aspect of their practice with the focus of continued improvement. An accomplished teacher is one who exemplifies the art and science of teaching. So for over the last 25 years, I've had the experience of working with lots of teachers. Several of them master the art of teaching. Several of them master the science of teaching. But mastering both the art and science of teaching is a significant accomplishment. Today, we are celebrating your accomplishments, and I am honored to be in your presence. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hill. I would now like to welcome Ms. Nancy Brightwell to the podium. Ms. Brightwell serves as Chief Academic Officer for Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools and is another fierce advocate for accomplished teaching and a consistent supporter for the National Board certification process. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It is such an incredible honor to be with you this evening celebrating your incredible accomplishments. National Board Certified Teachers, you are an incredibly elite group of teachers. We're proud, we're pleased, and we're just so joyful that you've chosen a career here in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. Our students are incredibly lucky to have each and every one of you. I'm proud also to share with you some impressive statistics about National Board Certified Teachers. I'm not sure if you're aware, but North Carolina is first in the nation with 23,858 educators who have achieved National Board certification. That's pretty impressive, right? CMS is fourth in the nation's school districts and second in North Carolina of educators who have achieved National Board certification. Our numbers to date total 2,393 board-certified teachers, which again is just incredibly impressive. Tonight, we celebrate 59 newly achieved nationally board-certified teachers. We also celebrate 196 who have successfully recertified. What an incredible accomplishment. Having been a principal here in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools for over 20 years, I've had the honor of supporting many teachers. I walked into the reception area and looked across those of you who were grabbing some beverages in a quick bite and said, I know that person, I know that person. And what an incredible thing that is to be able to see so many of you who I've known across my years and been able to support in some way, either closely or from afar. But having been a principal for 20 years in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools and watched what it takes to become a nationally board certified teacher, I know the incredible grit that you have, the joy and passion that you have for what you do, and I just stand in awe of this accomplishment. I know that as a result of the professional journey that you've chosen to take alongside the huge teaching responsibilities that you take on each and every day, our students benefit from being taught by a teacher who deeply knows their content, who has strong skills in understanding each child's unique and special gifts and talents. And you are incredibly skilled at taking that belief in every child and what they have to offer and marrying that with your deep content knowledge to make a difference for students. I know that history and data tells us that those of you who, as you touch children, their trajectory is changed forever because of your incredible skill and talent. We don't take that for granted, and we just cherish that, that you do. I encourage each and every one of you to continue to set the bar for excellence in education, both for yourselves and for the teachers around you. I always say we're always teaching and we're always learning. Someone's always watching us, even when we don't know it. And you guys really do set a bar for others around you. Continue to use and recognize that incredible influence and impact that you can have for peers who may someday aspire to be in the seats that you're in this evening. Thank you for your commitment, your joy for teaching, and your commitment to Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. I appreciate all that you do.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Our final guest speaker for the evening is Mrs. Jean Brendel. Jean is a recently renewed National Board certified teacher and teaches CTE and costume design at Northwest School of the Arts. Jean spent the first 14.5 years of her career in Eastern North Carolina and is currently in her 4th year in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. Welcome, Jean.
My journey for national boards began over a decade ago as I set goals to achieve certain aspirations during my teaching career. Some have not been attained yet, but others have, and national board certification is one of them. I waited longer than the 3 years to pursue certification, and my husband was supportive of this goal as he was my biggest cheerleader. When I started my first national board certification, I was in Eastern North Carolina, and I enlisted a colleague to go through the process with me. Although there was no support group or meetings of any kind, we were able to go to Asheville for the week-long institute. The initial certification process was very overwhelming, and I muddled my way through the different components. I was eager to get the box ready and mailed it off, but unfortunately I did not pass the first time around. My husband encouraged me to retake the components and told me to use the money he set aside for the first attempt. So I chose to retake certain sections, specifically the ones with the video. I learned so much from watching myself in that second video attempt. What really amazed me was that I could see that my students were learning and comprehending what was being taught. I was so excited I had to share with my husband. He confirmed that the students were interested in what I was teaching and wanted to learn this craft. I really learned to toot my own horn with the retake opportunity. Although it took me another run at successful certification, my husband was there the entire time. He made sure I was not disturbed on the weekends, so I could type and lay out and review video after video after video. In fact, during spring break of that year, I spent that week working on national boards. I spent a lot of quality time with the National Board box. You have to put everything in order, make sure all the DVDs were marked, they were with the right things, and that you got to the post office in time for that to be postmarked by the due date. Excuse me. It's really important to have friends and family supporting you through the National Board process, as it is a huge endeavor. Going through the National Board process really made me reflect on my teaching and prove myself as an accomplished teacher. When scores were released later that year, one of my friends made me check to see if I passed or not. I was so nervous that I made her read the results to me. When I realized I had passed, I broke down in tears because I could finally say I was a National Board certified teacher. Of course, my first call was to my husband, my biggest cheerleader. He said, "I knew you could do it." Receiving National Board certification was as much for me as it was for my husband. The reality is, I didn't want to disappoint him. Even though initial certification was good for 10 years at that time, I planned to begin my renewal early. We happened to move from Eastern North Carolina to Charlotte. As I was preparing to renew during the 2019-2020 school year, the pandemic happened. I discussed it with my husband and decided to take the deferral opportunity without penalty. I quickly learned the National Board support was very different here in Charlotte. We had monthly meetings for renewal candidates, and my husband supported not only during the meetings, but working 3 to 4 hours after meeting on my writing. The support meeting really helped me lay the foundation and organize how to get things done. I planned everything out, submitted to the CMS readers, and continued working hard each month. My husband was really cheering me on during the renewal process. But unfortunately, in April of 2022, I unexpectedly lost my biggest cheerleader. I didn't attend the meeting for that month and didn't know what I was going to do for submission. I talked with my colleague about getting an extension and decided not to wait. The submission and renewal were for my husband, my best friend, and cheerleader. When he passed, I had only a few weeks to finalize everything. But I realized because of his ongoing support and letting me write every month, I had things pretty close to finish. I had one video attempt, that was it. Good or bad, that was being used. My colleagues encouraged me to finish to the finish line and help me get things finalized. Thank you, Dr. Williams, for supporting me with the technology and electronic submission. But most importantly, I knew I had my angel watching over me. To my husband of 23 years, this is for you. I love you, and I know you are smiling, and was smiling when I received the renewal achievement. If there's one thing I learned throughout my initial and renewal certification journey, this journey makes you a better teacher. It really makes you look at things in a whole different perspective.
Thank you so much, Jean. Thank you so much for those powerful words and your harrowing tale of your perseverance to get here today. Thank you. Another thank you to all of our guest speakers here this evening. We are now about to transition into the presentation of newly and renewed National Board certified teachers. To lead the presentation of PINs, I am about to hand it over to Miss Christina Roth. Christina, yeah, let's go ahead. As you heard from Jean, Christina is a hardworking, dedicated specialist for professional development with the specific focus and love, may I add, of National Board support. Most, if not all, of the newly and renewed candidates here can attest to the organization, attention to detail, and intricate level of care and support that Christina fosters throughout National Board certification process each year. This support includes Saturday sessions, I get the text before 8 o'clock on Saturdays, office hours, and regular cycles of communication throughout every phase of the National Board journey. Christina, we all thank you and appreciate you so much. I am now handing it to Christina to guide us through. And beforehand, I will ask that all speakers, if you could make your way down for the presentation of our newly and renewed candidates.
Good evening. I appreciate that introduction, Kelly. And I am humbled and honored to be here as your National Board Support Provider. I know that on my email signature it says that, but I'm also your biggest cheerleader, your older sister, I might be your favorite auntie. I also give a lot of tough love and just that little extra push that you might need. So my encouragement to you as we prepare to acknowledge you and present you with your pin is share the wealth of information with others. So if you have a colleague that's on the fence, you know, give them that extra nudge and then send them to me and I'll help them a little bit further. We cannot do what we do without you and your regular attendance and support. So I appreciate you and I'm excited to honor you right now. We are going to separate by new and renewed. So if we could have the new NBCTs with last names A through M come forward. You're going to hand me your little paper and I will read your name and you'll attend the reception line. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, yes. Oh, here, right here. Sorry. Joining the reception line, we have the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning, Aaron Shoemaker, and the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Terralyn Sullivan. Thank you for joining us. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to leave you hanging like that. Laura Cartwright. Allison Armstrong. Eileen Lopez. Nicolette Gallo. Megan Barger Lineberger. Sydney Burgess. Jacqueline Williams Little. Sabrina Farmer. Jordan Jenkins. Latricia Mills. Victoria Edwards. Catherine Espinoza Cotlier. Virginie Gilmet. Shawana Brock. Brock Elgin. If we could have the remaining new NBCTs join us. Devonda Rodriguez. Paige Melton Squires. Alexandra Valentines. Sandra Ross. Hi, I got you. Brandon Taylor. Alyssa Patasi. Allison Vovchuk. Makita Terry. Katie Quick. Catherine Grace Porch. Let's give one more round of applause for our new NBCTs. If we could have the renewed NBCTs A through M join us at the reception line. Jean Brendel. Yolanda Johnson-Jones. Hi, Arthur. Arthur Baum. Jacqueline Brown. Mary Beth Kubinski. Tina McClanahan. Joshua Johnson. Kurt Free. Katie Jo Mayfield. Lawrence Land. Stephanie Croker. Julie Furr. Oops, sorry. Catherine Dugan. Cynthia Black. Amber Bowles. Jeffrey Kendrick. Holly Adams. Kathleen Long. Kira Cox. Robert Leichner. Kimberly Dillard. Rebecca Billow. If we could have the remaining renewed NBCTs join us. Brandon Mack. Benita Burney. Dawn Osborne. Jamel Williams. Nanny Willingham. Deanne Woolfolk. Kim Ray. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Christina Oliveri. Anne Fontaine Sluter. Lauren Shipley. Dana Peel. Tetnika Williamson. If we could give another, pause, hold. You're fine. Kim Young. Let's give one last round of applause for all of our NBCTs. Thank you. Thank you, honored reception line. As our guests make their way back to their seats, I just wanted to give one small shout out to our support staff. So we have National Board support staff here. You met them at the name tag table. They are going to trade you your name tag for your certificate on the way out. And we have one staff member in particular who also renewed. So if Kim Ray is still in the audience, can she stand up? She simultaneously supports and renews in the same year. Thank you, Kim. Awkward pause. Awkward pause.